While those deep soul tunes will hit us in the feels, the next culinary delight is going to vibrate at the same blissful frequency.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, we all love a lasagna that is mate malori, which means mouth-watering in Sesotho. Have you ever tried dessert lasagna? Whoa, I feel like people have just fallen over and dropped things. Well, today we're going to indulge you in this trendy sweet treat that will leave chocolate lovers speechless. Well, in fact, anyone with a sweet tooth, brace yourself, because it does not get sweeter than Chef Chumi.
Of course.
And of course, the dessert is going to be sweet as well. Chumi, Chumi, Chumi.
How are you?
I'm great, my dear. And you've brought the most with you this morning.
Well, Carl's talking about plugs.
Girl.
I think he should come here and see the plug that I've got for you today. Because we're talking sweet lasagna, dessert lasagna, and it all starts with our Clover Bliss medium cream dessert.
This is a bit crazy. I was thinking there's no way you could actually make this more delicious and indulgent. Like, there's nothing else you could, like, there's nothing more we could add. Maybe you could, like, drizzle syrup on the top of it once it's done. I don't know. But I love the idea of layers that you can kind of discover and work your way through. So talk us through the base, because I like the analogy that we are likening this to a lasagna, which kind of sets in your mind already now this picture of what it's going to turn out like.
I know, right? So to start it off, we've got a beautiful biscuit base that you've got over there in the corner. So what I'd like you to do is at least start mixing that for us, because we do want to make sure that the crust holds its form. So what we're using there is some butter and some biscuit bases.
Can I pour all the butter in and just mix it?
I'd say go in a little at a time. So maybe half of the mixture first, mix it up, and then the rest.
And then see where we're at. Okay.
We don't want it to be too runny or too wet.
Sure.
And then next in this layer of amazing beautifulness is we've got some caramel, and then we've got a layer here of our cream cheese and our beautiful Bliss medium cream dessert. In essence, we're doing sort of like a chocolate-flavored lasagna, you know, and I love my chocolate. So what better way to do that than to incorporate our Bliss into this dessert?
I like that, and I think that the cream cheese vibe is going to kind of temper the sweetness just a little bit. It's going to be a bit, you know, I don't want to say sour, but it's going to temper all of that crazy sweetness with something that is a little bit more acidic, which is great.
That is very true, sir. And I think more than anything, we want to make sure that we have layers of flavor.
How does that look? It's kind of...
That looks perfect.
Yeah,
and I think since you've done so well, you maybe should then start layering our dessert for us.
Cool.
And then that's the first base is going to be our biscuit base. And then after that...
About how thick do you want it?
Let's make it about... well, 4 more scoops, and then that's going to be thick enough.
Cool.
That should be enough. And then what you can then do, since you're doing so well in the kitchen, you're starting to take the shine from me. Maybe you can start whipping up some cream for us, because that's going to be the top layer. And the sooner we start whisking that up, the better.
And that beautiful human being that is Chef Funi, he gave me such a dressing down because my whipping technique was so off par. So, okay, and I've got a mixer now.
Oh, well done.
Oh, yeah, baby, okay.
Awesome stuff.
This is the cream, I'm assuming.
That is the cream. The trick whenever you're whisking cream or making sure you're whipping it up to stiff peaks is to always make sure that it is cold. Or use a cold bowl, because I think that the worst thing you want is to be working your elbows and whisking away and nothing happens.
Sugar in?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we've got some cream.
Does it all go in at once, or must I kind of start
Let's also do it a little bit at a time. So.
Cool. See, I'm asking all the right questions, man. I'm learning.
While you're doing that, I'm going to go in with the next layer of our lasagna here. And this is our Bliss cream. There we go.
So if I cover you in cream, it's cool.
Well, this is
it
why
just
I'm
goes
here.
with the desserts.
This is why I'm here. It's not a labor of love if you don't get your fingers dirty, right?
Just gonna add a
You're going to have to go a little bit, whip it up a bit more, and then we'll add the icing sugar towards the end. And then I'm going to go in with another layer of caramel.
Oh,
that looks really good.
Wow. This is crazy.
I know.
This is the most crazy dessert I've ever seen in my life.
Talk about decadence. It's just flavor on flavor and flavor of deliciousness.
You know what could be really cute is if you've got like nice little ramekins or even like glass jars that, I mean, we've been all about that jar cutery lately.
Oh, really?
Is for little individual desserts at the end of a dinner. Imagine how cute these would be if you kind of whip them up. Okay, that's actually starting to come nice. Can I add more sugar?
You can just keep whisking.
Okay.
Just keep whisking.
You're doing
a pretty well.
I just want to find ways of adding more sweetness to this dessert.
While you're doing that, I'm going to add some texture and add a bit of coconut in the center there.
Because we have to, you've got to have your layers being a lasagna.
Important, yeah, and then you just add the cream on the very top, and then we'll drizzle some cream on this and some chocolate, caramel, all of that. You can put that in there. That's looking good. And in essence, this is how simple it is. Simple, easy, delicious, tasty.
And crazy good, crazy, crazy good. You can get this entire recipe at expressoshow.com. That's where we house all of our culinary madness in this case. While we put the finishing touches on this beauty, you can take a look at a step-by-step account of how we arrive at our dessert lasagna. Ah.
Made with love by Clover.